as I support these demands, I would go generally in all the three things, and then I'll go to the specifics what every member has raised so that they get answer, they are satisfied to what they have raised in this house. Speaker sir, as far as transport is concerned, I have said it earlier and I would reiterate. While things might have improved to a large extent or to a certain extent, pandemic was a big setback to us. It put the clock back. आमकां ते प्रमाणान जो सुदार हाडपा जाय आसलो करपा जाय आसलें आमकां ते प्रमाणान मेळ्ळो ना. आनी इट हॅपन नॉट ओन्ली इन ट्रान्सपोर्ट इन वेरियस थिंग. आतां सादारण मनशाचे सामान्य मनशाचे प्रवास कशे करता, हाव ही goes about traveling is by buses. आमकां प्रायवेट बसीस रस्त्यार ज्यो आसल्यो प्री पॅन्डमिक 1107. आज with great difficulty only 700 come on the road, 600 to 700, because the pandemic times was very bad times for them. They could not bring all the buses on the road, so there is a shortfall of 407 buses as far as the private sector is concerned, and they are just not in a position, in spite of me helping them in various ways, which I am coming to later. As far as the KTC is concerned, Kadamba Transport Corporation, we have got 496 buses. Electrical vehicles we got about 50. So totally we have got 546 buses. As you know, the future lies in our children, the school children. Out of this normal operation of the Kadamba buses, आमचे भुरग्यांक हाडपाक व्हरपाक बस्यो मागता. आमी ना म्हणपाक शकना. बाल रथ म्हूण आमी स्कीम करून बस्यो दिल्ल्यो. आज 200 सुमार त्यो इनऑपरेटिव्ह आसा. हू इज गोइंग टू फील द गॅप? भुरगीं कशीं स्कॉला पावतलीं पोस्ट पॅन्डमिक? स्कॉला वचपा जाय, कॉलेजी वचपा जाय, आनी आमी 86 बसीस ऑपरेट करता. आनी बाल रथ 420 numbers was there which were given the buses. As I said, 200 are not on the road. And as far as additional demand, हिंगा सगळे जाण म्हाका दिसता एकटोय बाराय नासतना सगळे बस्यो मागता. आपल्या हे पॉयंटासून हे पॉयंटा बस पावना, स्टुडंटां प्रवास करपा मेळना, लोकां प्रवास करपा मेळना. उणेचशे 200 बसीस आनी डिमांड आसा. आतां हुंयसून हाडपाच्यो बस्यो, रुटा वयल्यो काडपाच्यो, नवीन बस इन्वेस्टमेंट हे स्थितीन कोण पोजिशनां ना न्यू इन्वेस्टमेंट करपा आमचे प्रायवेट बस. हांव तेंचे कडेन उलोवणी करता तेन्ना कदंबा बसीस हाडपा खबर आहा तुमकां आर्थीक आमची परिस्थिती कितें आसा ती. तरी आसतना एंड ऑफ द इयर बाय डिसेंबर आनी 100 आमी इलेक्ट्रिकल व्हेकल हाडटा. आमी 50 इलेक्ट्रिकल व्हेकल ऑलरेडी हाडलेले आसा. आमचो एकूच प्रश्न जाता, एकूच आमकां डिफिकल्टी येता म्हणल्यार वी डोंट हॅव सफिशियंट charging stations. For that also we have already initiated the steps, and next few months you will have as many charging stations that are required. आमी काम करूना अशें ना. In fact मीटिंग जेन्ना चर्चा जाली, मीटिंग जाली केंद्र मंत्र्या कडेन, हांवें आनिकूय बसीस मागिल्ल्यो आसा. आमकां हे प्रमाणान जावपा ना म्हूण. कित्याक हे बसीची गरज आसा. आतां बसीचे उलयता बस्यो तरी आमी हाडपा शकना. आनी इलेक्ट्रिकल बसीजाच्या उलयतना म्हाका दिसता आतांच क्लॅरिफिकेशन हांव विजया कडेन मागतालो. बेश्टो कितें आरोप करून वचनाका. ताकाय खबर आहा, तेणेंय म्हणलें इट वॉज अ लिगसी इन ही इनहेरिटेड. बट आय डोंट वॉन्ट टू ब्लेम माय प्रेडिसेसर की तेणें कितें घोटालो केलो. एज यू आर सेईंग एनीथींग ताका स्कॅम दिसता की स्कॅम केले म्हणून 70 रुपीज रेट आमी फारीक करता. म्हाजे कडेन फूल डिटेल आसा, हांव मुद्दम हांगा सांगता. आनी टू ऑपरेट द इलेक्ट्रिकल बसीस अदमासान आमी कॅल्क्युलेशन म्हणजे डिटेल कॅल्क्युलेशन केला. आनी ते डिटेल कॅल्क्युलेशना प्रमाणे हांव मुद्दम सांगता, द कॉस्ट ऑफ इनिशियल कॉस्ट इज व्हेरी हाय टू प्रोक्युअर अ इलेक्ट्रिकल बस. बट इफ यू लुक एट द प्रायस ऑफ डिझल and operating cost and the cost which is reduced as a consequence of using electricity to charge the thing, it comes almost the same. आणि हांगा जो तो सांगतालो आमी 70 रुपीजान येयला, हे मुद्दम हाडला. BST, that is Maharashtra, per kilometer cost is 74. Same cost, Ghaziabad 69.45, Meerut 69.45, Bareilly 69.45. आणि प्रत्येक आंकडो पळोवपाक गेल्यार 67.75, that is in Jaipur, West Bengal it is 67, Dehradun it is 66.78. सो हें पळय म्हणटा की तेन्ना कोणें हांवें न्हू पूण कोणें केल्ले ते हाय रेट केल्ले. म्हाका दिसना आमचे ऑफिसरूय काम करतना गोंयचे स्टेट कॉर्पोरेशनां लॉस करून करतले म्हूण हेजेर खूब चर्चा जाल्ली, डिस्कशन जाल्लें. हें सगळें करूनच तेणी केल्लें. आनी हांव मुद्दम सांगता, तेंचे किलोमिटर पर डे 450 किलोमिटर जाता. तेंच्यो बस्यो आसा 1000 बस्यो, 500 बस्यो. आमच्यो 100 बस्यो ना 50 बस्यो. आमचो हायेस्ट ऑपरेशन जाता 250 किलोमिटर और 220 किलोमिटर पर डे. सो यू कॅनॉट कंपेर बोथ. स्टील हांवें सांगलां तशें डिटेल तुमकां हें टॅब्युलेशन आय कॅन प्लेस इट ऑन द टेबल ऑफ द हावज एज वेल इफ यू वॉन्ट. इट कम्स टू 69 रुपीज. वयल्यान आमी पयशे मायज कशेंय दिवना. आतां पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्टेशना वयता तेन्ना थोडे सेक्टर अशे आसा, वी हॅव टू हॅव बसीस देर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, फॉर द सेक ऑफ इवन अ पर्सन समटायम्स हू कम्स एट द डबोलीम एअरपोर्ट, ही फील्स आपण 2000 तिकेटी येता, 2 म्हयने पयलीं बूक केल्यार 3000 मेळटा मुंबयसान येवपाक, तुमकां खबर आसतली. आनी टॅक्सी जेन्ना फ्लॅट रेट सांगता, थोडे मिटर तुमी घायला म्हणटले, आय एम कमिंग टू दॅट लेटर, 3000 पडटा. पयर म्हाजो एकटो फ्रेंड आयिल्ले, एअरपोर्टा आशिल्ले, भायर सोदता वास सोऱ्याचो, सांगता मुद्दम कितें जाता तें. म्हाजी कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी म्हाका खबर आहा, सोऱ्या वास ते काडटानी हेटाले, बरे आसले आसतले, वास येयलो आनी सांगता 3000 रुपया फेर. जो फ्लायट प्रवास करून 2000 येता, 2500 येता, पणजे पावपा 3000. ही फील्स द पिंच. हे भाशेन ह्यो व्यवहार थोडे चलयता. हांव म्हणना सगळे जाण अशें करता, सगळे टायमा हें जाता, पूण एक टायमा अशें जाता आनी हेजेरूच मागीर ते सोशल मिडियाचेर वयता, नांव पिड्डें जाता. आतां ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन म्हणटा तेन्ना हांवें फक्त एक सांगिल्लें, गव्हर्मेंटान फ्री मिटर दिले. फ्री मिटर कित्याक दिले? की हायकोर्टान आदेश दिलो, टुरिजम अँड ट्रॅव्हल क्लब असोसिएशन ऑफ गोवा TTAG कोर्टान गेले, कोर्टान आदेश दिलो. आमी तें फक्त पालन केलें. जाता तितले स्मुथली हाडपा आमी प्रयत्न केली. मिटरूय घायल्या, मिटर यूज करना आनी सांगप ट्युरिस्टांचे घालप. ते सांगता मिटर नाका. कितल्योश्यो कंप्लेन हांवें सगल्यो हाडून हावजान दाखोवपाचें? तुमकां खबर ना कितें जाता तें? आनी हांवें फक्त एकूच सांगिल्लें, हांवें सांगना आमी फायनलायज केला ओला उबर. हांवें सांगला, यू आर द पीपल, तुमी टॅक्सीवाले आमंत्रण दितले, यू आर गोइंग टू इन्वाइट ओला अँड उबर. And I stressed it again and again. I wanted to see and put this particular thing of aggregator. कित्याक हांव जाणा गोवा मायल्स म्हणल्यार आनी हेज्यावन चड बोवाड जातली. Because as I said earlier, I said it was born in sin, it will die in sin. It has almost reached that stage at that particular point of time because proper procedure was not followed. But एक aggregator हाडटा, नामनेच्या एग्रिगेटराचें नांव हांवें मुद्दम काडलें, पब्लीक डोमेनान हाडलें, रिएक्शन पळोवपा. रिएक्शन 2 आयली. जनरल पब्लीक, तुमी जाणा आसतले सोशल मिडियाचेर, वेलकम द स्टेप. आय नो which phones I never get even from my opponents. Best thing you are doing. गोंयकारांक आमकां एग्रिगेटर जाय, हेंची चड दादागिरी जाता. म्हाका सांगलें, हे कोण सगळे उलोवपी फटे उलयता आनी म्हाका फटे उलोवपा हावजान गरज आसा? म्हाजी कितें इंट्रस्ट आसा? I want to give the best cheap transport for transportation to the tourists coming to Goa. I want to give the cheapest taxi fares to local people. जेन्ना हांव दिल्ली प्रवास वयता, म्हाजे फ्रेंड म्हाका सांगता मुंबय वयता, पुना वयता, एग्रिगेटराचे आजकाल सगळे मोबायलाचे एग्रिगेटर टॅक्सी आपयता थ्रू डिफरंट एग्रिगेटर्स. सोय म्हाजो एकटो फ्रेंड दिल्ली डेली म्हाका मेळपा येतालो, हांव दिल्ली वयता तेन्ना. तो म्हणटा आपण 800 रुपया फारी करतालो पयलीं, फोन करून कॉल टॅक्सी आसताली. आज तो म्हणटा आपण 250 ते 300, रातची जाल्यार 400. Literally it has come to half. I know Ola, Uber also has a problem. कोणे आंकडो दिलो, they have a loss of 70,000 crore. That is the internal issue. Some people say 40,000 crore. It may not be in the best shape. I will never get any aggregator or any company force it down the throat of Goans, which will affect them and affect in such a manner. Remedy should not be worse than the disease. We have already a disease. People are not happy the way taxis are operating. Let me be clear. I have nothing against them. माझे एकूच सांगणी, हांवें पयलेंय सांगिल्लें, म्हाका एकूच सांगा, गोंयांत बरे बरे शोरूम आसा, शॉप आसा, परत हांव रिपीट करता, म्हणून फ्लिपकार्ट, एमेझॉन आनी हे सगळे असले जे ॲपाचेर ऑपरेट जाता, तुजे घरा शॉपिंग घेवन येतात, तांकां तुमी बंद करपाक शकता? शॉपां हांवें इतले पयशे मोडला, म्हाज्या दुकानार कोण येवपा ना, आय कॅनॉट सेल माय प्रॉडक्ट. विल इट हॅपन लायक दीस? प्लीज टेल मी. And you are in the same way, taxi, if there is an aggregator, if on the mobile somebody can call a taxi, will not any tourist, will any local not prefer that to call the taxi nearest to your place of residence, so he does not have to put his meter and charge you for that particular thing? आमकां गोंयकारांक एक सोय जाला. आमचे टॅक्सी भाव म्हाजेच भाव तेय म्हाजे भाशेन गोंयकार. एक ट्रीप मारपाची, 2 ट्रीप मारपाची, चड रिटर्न ट्रीप आनी डबल ट्रिबल चार्ज करपाची. हांव म्हणना सगळे तशें करता. थोडे इतले ऑनस्ट आसा, इतले बरे आसा. आय कॉल देम एम्बेसिडर्स ऑफ गोवा. दे आर द पीपल. टुरिजम खरें तेणी सांबाळला. पूण कितें जाता, ग्रीड इज समथींग वीच फिनिशीज एनीबडी एंड एवरीबडी. इट कॅन एनकम्पस एनीबडी. थोडेच जशें म्हणटा, इफ देर आर फ्यू बॅड एपल्स इन युअर बास्केट, एंटायर थिंग वील बिकम बॅड. हे थोडेच जाण थोडे प्रमाणान असले गोश्ट्यो करता, सगल्यांक बॅड नेम हाडटा, बाकीच्या टॅक्सीवाल्यांक. हांव जाणा, पॅन्डमीक टायमार एक गरीब टॅक्सीवाले आसले, कशे सफर जाले, अन्न नासले, कसली कसली कामां केलां, म्हाकाय काळजी आसा. आनी हो सरकार तांकां मदत करनासतना रावना. तांकां कितें कितें वेव करूं ना. बस ऑपरेटर आसूं दी, टॅक्सीवाले आसूं दी, आमी तेंचे टॅक्स वेव केले फॉर दॅट पॅन्डमीक पिरियड. वी वेव द पेनल्टीज. आय गेव फ्री मिटर्स. माय ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर एग्रीड विथ मी एंड वी गेव देम फ्री मिटर्स. पूण आतां कितें जालें, 80% इन्स्टॉल केले आमी. ओन्ली 20% उरला इन्स्टॉल करपाचे. पूण मिटर तरी इन्स्टॉल केले आनी ते तरी वापर करना. आदी चलताले तेंच चलोवपाक सोदता. म्हणजे सरकार कितें आसा? आज घडी तुमी तिने आसतले, हिंगा तूं आसलो जाल्यार तुमी पूट युअर सेल्फ इन माय शूज. तुमी कितें करपाचें? तुमी अशेंच चलपा दिवपाचें आनी अशेंच चलपा दिवपाचें. हांव कितें टॅक्सीचेर एगेन्स्ट आसा? म्हाजें कितें तेंचे कडेन दुश्मनी आसा? हांवें म्हणलोलें, आजुनूय म्हणटा, तुमी आमंत्रण दिता ओला उबरा म्हूण असले एग्रिगेटरा. तरी आसतना आय एम अ बॅलन्स पर्सन. आय वॉन्ट अ बॅलन्स डिसिजन. हांव तांकां परत सांगपाक सोदतां, हे सोबे माजार इन दीस ऑगस्ट हावज आय वॉन्ट टू टेल देम, यू फॉर्म युअर ओन ॲप हॅज टू कम. आय एम व्हेरी क्लियर ऑन दीस. वी हॅव टू हॅव अ एग्रिगेटर. And I am not in love with Ola, Uber or anybody. These 2 names I had mentioned, or any aggregator for that matter. I am ready to help them. Let them have their own app. Let all taxi fellows come together. Government will help them. I will help them personally. We will fund it also. But let there be an aggregator. Let everything be. Today everything is digital. Are we not going digital? Are you not demanding आता तुम्ही म्हणटाले ट्रान्सपोर्ट सर्विसान आमकां डिजिटल वचपा जाय? More services have to come in the domain of clicking a button and getting it at your doorstep. हें तुमकां नाका. आनी ओन्ली टॅक्सी येता तेन्ना गोंयकार गोंयकार म्हूण वयल्यान तुमी तांकां फुडारा त्रासान घालता. टुडे or tomorrow it is bound to happen. Nobody can stop something going digital or going the modern way. We have to always adopt the best practices that are there for any sector. Transport is something what we have to improve. हांवें तुमकां सांगलां ते भाशेन इतल्यो बसीस शॉर्टेज आसा. प्रवास करपाक आज लोक टॅक्सी शेअरिंग मुंबय सारके सिटीनी, चेन्नई सारके सिटीनी, बेंगलोर सारके सिटीनी टू सेव मनी. People have improvised. Things are changing. Besides having an aggregator, besides having cheap transport in a taxi, they have learned to have shared taxi as well. It will happen in Goa. If I am going to the same destination, you go on an app, click and say, I am going to so and so. Are you coming with me? Asle जावपा जाला. Can you stop this? And आमी मुट्टा आमका aggregator नाका. In the name of गोंयकार आमी कित्याक misguide करता. हे जावपा जायना. So, and when we take the decision, I want to inform this August House, along with my cabinet colleagues, because it concerns tourism in a big way, the Honorable Chief Minister and others also who want to join us, as well as I will take one or two people from the opposition. We will call them. फाल्यां फाटल्यान दुसरेच ते उलोवपा नाका. आज जाता ते आमी टॉलरेट करपा ना. I want to be very strict. म्हाका एक सांग, वेंजी उलयता, ऑनरेबल वेंजी आमचो उलयता, वारका गेल्यार म्हाजे फ्रेंडां जाला, एक पार्टी न्हू, दोन पार्टी न्हू, चार पार्टी, पांच पार्टी. कितें जाता तें सांगता. क्लब महिंद्रा आहा थिंगा वयता. म्हाजो फ्रेंड येयला जाल्यार म्हाजी प्रायवेट गाडी घेवन हांव गेलो पिकअप करपा जायना. तूं ताका पिकअप करून येता म्हणल्यार तुजे चारूय टायर पंक्चर. कितले एग्जाम्पल जाय तुका, कितले विटनस जाय? आं?
Speaker sir, I would like to tell Honorable Minister, जे तुम्ही examples दिला, that is not apple to apple.
Sir, let him
you please
complete.
sit down. I am on my legs. Let me reply first. Same thing is happening in other places. I remember even when Goa Miles had come. ना बाकी सगळे कडेन घाल. आपले इंतून आपले बाटान नाका, हुंय नाका, कलंगूट नाका, कांदोली नाका, मारगांव रेल्वे स्टेशना नाका, कोलवा नाका, बाणाले नाका, वारका नाका. हे कितें? Islanding within a small state of Goa? We are half a size of a district of other states. We all sitting here don't have the capacity to devise a system and all come together for the betterment of Goa, giving cheap transport to the people of Goa. A few people who know how to fight, who go and protest, get the common taxi fellow who otherwise is not earning anything, and then try to hold the entire population and the tourists who come here to ransom. Is this fair? हे सारखे म्हाका सांगा. कुसेसा हात घाला. पॉलिटिक्सा लागून आमी वाट लावया नाका की कोणा सांबाळपा जाय म्हूण. आमी एक जाणा जावा. वी आर एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ आवर टर्म. असले डिसिजन आहा आतां घेवया. तुमकां तरी हाश म्हणटले, तुमचे कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सीचे लोक आहा 4 वर्सांनी विसरतले. कितें याद करतले? हे सगळे जावन तेणी डिसिजन घेयला, बरें जाल्या. आमच्या गोंयकारांक प्रवास करपाक बरें प्रमाणान मेळटा. कितें इतल्यो बस्यो येवपाक शकना. टायम्स हॅव चेंज. पोस्ट पॅन्डमीक देर आर मेनी न्यू थिंग्स, न्यू नॉर्मल्स. दीस इज गोईंग टू बी द न्यू नॉर्मल. सो हे आमी लक्षांत दवरपा जाय. नाजाल्यार बेश्टे आमी वी गो वीथ द टायड, सायड वीथ द रॉंग थिंग्स, वी वील ऑल सफर. हे आमी जावपाक दिवया नाका. याद करता, पॅन्डमीक टायमा वी रिच्ड आउट टू देम. दुसरें सांगता, एक कॉम्पन्सेशन 2013 स्कीम आसली. एक्सिडेंट जाता तांकां एक पयसो रिलीज जावना. ते लोकांक पयशे 200 people were given, 208 people were given assistance. 4 crores was released. म्हणजे केन्ना कोणा एक्सिडेंट जालो, irrespective of whether they had insurance or not, irrespective of whether they had insurance or not, we paid them 2 lakh per person. म्हणजे 4 crore आम्ही दिले. We paid the taxes, we paid the penalties, and we in the same way bus owners, एक अनेक scheme आसली, fuel subsidy 3 rupees per kilometer. We have already released more than 54 crores. This scheme was not implemented. It was there on paper. Funds were there. And now we discontinued it as on March 2019. If you, now people are applying, it is not that we did not give them. Atta apply करता. आमी पळयताले आतां liability कितली जातली? Another 57 crores. Why we gave them the money? It is like giving money literally for free, which was from the department. Why we gave them? They suffered during the pandemic. I gave them that money with the hope that most of the buses will come on the road. Post-pandemic, we will not face a situation. But go to see, more than 600 are not in a position to come on the road because they said tire good zale, engine good zale, आमी प्रवास करूना, battery down जाला. बसूच आमी हाडपाक शकना. फ्रॉम वेर द गव्हर्मेंट वील गिव सो मेनी पीपल that much of money? So think of it. So this is as far as transport is concerned. Bus stands, I am aware, they are in one of the worst dilapidated condition. आणि ट्रान्सपोर्टाचे उलयतना बाब दिगंबर कामत, मान्य दिगंबर कामतांनी म्हणलें की PPP दिनाका. बाब जोशुआ उलयतना आनी आनीकूय कोण एक दुसरो आमदार उलयतना कोंतान कोर पूण PPP तरी दी, कित्याक सरकारा कडेन पयशे खूंय आसा. मारगांव तुजें हांव जाणा प्रायम एरिया आहा, प्रायम एरिया ती आहा म्हणूच कोण तरी येतलो न्हू, तेकाय परवडपा जाय. ते बरे बस स्टँड चकचकीत करपा, एम्युनिटीज लोकांक दिवपा, बरे टॉयलेट करपा. आतां ऑनरेबल मायकल लोबो सांगतालो म्हापसा तो गेल्लो, थिंगा भितर सरपा जायना, टॉयलेट सुद्दां सारकें ना. राजधानी आमची पेंजीम कॅपिटल, ते बस स्टँडार थिंगा वचपा जाता. आमचे ट्रान्सपोर्ट भवन आहा, आमचे पयशे खुंयचे येतले, खुंयच्या सरकारा कडेन पयशे आसा. हांव ट्रान्सपोर्ट मिनिस्टर कॉन्फरन्साकूय गेल्लो, थिंगा चर्चा जाली. सगळे स्टेट ट्रान्सपोर्ट कॉर्पोरेशनाचे लोक आहा ते सांगताले आपली परिस्थिती. तेंचे सगळ्यांचे आयकून आमकां दिसता आमचीच परिस्थिती होती बरी आहा. पण हाव दिस इज रेमेडीड? दे ऑल्सो हॅव गॉन इन PPP मोड. They have also private people. Only then they have been able to survive and get better facilities for the people. So you tell me what is to be done. I have diverse opinion. Two people telling me one thing, some other person telling me another thing. But I think ultimately, as Honorable Joshua D'Souza was telling, because of MAPSA, I have to go in the PPP mode. I am from Murmugaon Taluka. I have a problem in Murmugaon as well. Vasco bus stand has to be done. Only the piling, after doing the piling work, contractor had issue. He said, everything has gone up. He abandoned the work, he went away. Again, I have to put that back on the road. Sogle kodenji story zala. GSR wadla, sogle rate wadla. So we have to get things working. It is not that we are not doing as far as the transport sector is concerned. I also want that things have to improve, whether it is your bus stand, whether it is your bus itself operating. And you see the demand itself. We have got 200 cases of people who are demanding. Honorable MLAs like you, honorable leaders of different schools, principals, भुरग्यां लागून बसी जाय, 200 बसी हांव हुंयच्यो दितलो. पूण आमी थोडे थोडे करून हुंय सारकी गरज आहा थिंगा दिता. आनी हेच भाशेन म्हाका दिसता सगळे कडेन आमी दिवचेच पडटले. And fuel subsidy, already I have covered, I told you. Digital meters, how 80%, 9,457 have fitted. That means 88% they have completed. Balance is only 1,268. But they have to use the meters. Without using the meters, it is of no use. What will be the use of using those meters if they don't use the meters? हे आमी लक्षांत दवरपा जाय. दुसरें, before I go into the specific of every demand, I go to industries, trade and commerce. I need not say, it is not my habit to say that nothing was happening before, now it will happen. But everyone knows what it was. Last maybe for quite some time, I don't want to say years and point fingers even indirectly at anybody. There is no substantive proposals coming or industry in that way coming to Goa. And industries, anga yeilaruch, it generates economic activity. It generates employment. It will help propel our economy. If there is no industry, if there is nobody coming, what will happen? Therefore, very consciously, I had a very close look at the investment promotion board policy, as well as the allotment of plots as far as IDC is concerned. I am happy that I have a chairman in the persona of Alexo Reginald Lorenzo. He also came and met me. I told him, let us think of getting industry come what may. Let us be transparent in allocation of plot. As the industries minister, as the government, I proposed, my decision will be deciding only policy, deciding which is a good proposal, what is good for Goa, getting non-polluted industry, employment generation industry, getting the existing industry, गोंयकार जे आमचे prosperous आहा, बरे प्रमाणान industry चलयता, तेंकां सुद्दां expansion करपाक म्हजे कडेन industry minister जाता. कंप्लेन घेवन आयले की आमकां लँड दिना म्हूण, आमकां लँड मेळना म्हूण. तांकां फर्स्ट प्रेफरन्स दिवपाचें कोण आहा तांकां. आनी आमी न्यू इंडस्ट्री वेलकम करतना आदी इंडस्ट्री आहा तांकांय आमी फूल प्रमाणान सपोर्ट करून आमी एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन गोंयांत जावपा जाय. एक सायडीन आमी म्हणटा इंडस्ट्री हाडपा जाय, हाडल्यार आमकां एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट जातले. एम्प्लॉयमेंट ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी तरी ना. आमचे सगळे भुरगे भायर वयता, आमचे भुरगे गोंय सोडून चल्ले, गोंयकार कमी जाता. मागीर म्हणटा गोंयकारूच ना, हूंय गेला, सगळे भायर गेला म्हणटा. अरे आमी तांकां ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी क्रिएट करपा जाय न्हू. आमी व्हेरी कॉन्शियसली समजून डिसायड करपा जाय गोंयचे खातीर खरें कितें बरें काय वायट तें. नाजाल्यार सगळे वायट वायट म्हणपाची आतां संवय जाल्ली आसा. इट इज बिकमींग ओल्याचेर सुकें जोडटा, सुक्याचेर ओलें जोडटा. बरें तेंय आमी वायट म्हणटा. मागीर कशें आमी फुडें वयतले. इंडस्ट्री बरी आमी हाडपा जाय. म्हणून हांव मुद्दम सांगता हांगा, आय हॅव फॉर्म्युलेटेड अ न्यू पॉलिसी. इट इज कमिंग बिफोर द कॅबिनेट टुमॉरो, and thereafter on the last day of the session I will be getting it in the house. I don't want to do it now before following the formalities. And I am confident, I muddam sangta, in 5 years a minimum of 30,000 employment opportunities will be generated with this new policy, as well as I will get an investment of more than 20,000 crores in the next 5 years. That's the minimum target of mine. And I have taken everything into consideration as far as formulating this industrial policy is concerned. In fact, allotment of land, I want to inform the August House, one salient thing, I am handing over the entire thing to IDC. I don't want anything with me as the government. Normally our government wants to keep everybody, IPB wants to keep. Government is there for broad policy decision. Government is there to meet them, welcome the industrialists, discuss with them and call them. Recently we had a meeting, Honorable Chief Minister, myself, we had a meeting with Chandrasekaran, Mr. Chandrasekaran, who is the chairman of Tata and Sons, and we are going to formulate a task force. Their presence is there in Goa, but very small. We said we want a bigger presence. We want you to come and do something meaningful in Goa. Please generate employment. Please help us solve our employment in a big unemployment problem in a big way. And they have all promised us help. Since I was industry minister in 1990, I still have some contacts. They have given me more contacts with the industrialists. Everybody wants to come to Goa. And it was very heartening. I was there for a function where the Honorable Finance Minister was there, Minister of State for Finance, and I met many industrialists. They said, yes, now that you are there, we will come. I said, I will call you only when I formulate my new policy. I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I should know what I can give you. I should know what Goa can do for you. At the same time, there are things which I need to do, like the power sector is, I should say, is not in the best of health as far as industry is concerned. I remember when I was power minister, I had put a substation at Verna, which I had done departmentally in record time. Today, that power from there goes to Majorda, it goes back to Murmunga as well. So the power, the voltage is very low. Low voltage power is good as no power for industry. That is why one of the best industrial estate, not only in Goa, they call it the best industrial estate elsewhere. Today it is suffering from quality power. We will be doing something. In fact, Honorable Chief Minister took the initiative and asked the industrialists and he asked the private power suppliers to give us power so that we can supply back to them. And the Goa Industries Association was kind enough to say that they will pay for the extra power, not put the burden of the government. Somehow it did not work. But we are working with the thinking that all the stakeholders should come together and see that the whole industrial scenario as far as Goa is concerned changes. When some honorable member made a very valid point in the house, and I want this message to go down, I want to say it in this August House. People lower down are deciding whom to give the plots, what to do with the plots. There is manipulation. I agree with that. Now you have a chairman who means well. I definitely want to see that industry comes. We will not tolerate any of these things, what happened in the past, manipulated by some low-level bureaucrats, whether in IDC or elsewhere. I have come to know that they were saying there is no land available in Verna Industrial Estate. I know there is, as somebody said here, more than 20 lakh square meters is available if you combine all the industrial estates. There is quite a lot of land even in Verna Industrial Estate. This was somehow kept under wraps, I don't know for what, and who was manipulating. Things are going to change. Things have started to change. The main thing is faith. I am happy whether it is the Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industry, whether it is the Goa Industries Association, Damu Kochkar, who is very active. They said that now we see things are going to happen. We want things to move, and we are confident that something will happen. That's why I don't want to let the stakeholders down. Recently, Honorable Chief Minister and I were there for a function. He was so open and vocal about what happened in the past, and he said, this is what I expect in the future, and I don't want to let them down because of the faith they have. This government will definitely deliver. This government will try to get non-polluting best industry in Goa. As far as allotting of land is concerned, we will do it in the most transparent manner. We will build up MSME sector as well. As far as generating employment for locals are concerned, as you know, we cannot include it as a policy directly because it is very difficult. It will be against the constitution. People have tried it in the past. But we are trying to incentivize, though we are already doing it in a small way for the very small sector, giving them concessions, some other incentives, what we can give them, we will be giving them so that they feel inclined to include maximum youth for employment in their factories. Also, I want to propose to them skill development. You don't say when your factory is set up, there are no locals trained for that job. Instead, what they should do, train our boys earlier, send them somewhere. This is also what I'm going to propose to the industry. In the past, I have done it. And I want to say, today, even with MOPA coming up, I call it the engine of growth. And with MOPA coming up, what was the thing that this government demanded from them? You have to have a skilled training center. Initial plans were only to train them to ITI. I said, no, that is not enough. You need a proper skill development center, and that is what exactly they have done. And that is how you will find so many Goans employed there. And as far as the industry in the future is concerned, I think we have to welcome the new industry, non-polluting industry. We have to encourage our local entrepreneurs. We have to encourage MSME sector. We have to encourage ancillary units. We have to encourage the small people so that they act as feeder for the bigger companies, and they are the people who will generate the maximum employment. If that is what we want to do, we are inclined to do, then we will get results, and it will help our Goa, it will help our Goans, and that is what the way I propose to move forward. My industrial policy, I will try to give it to you on the last day of the session to all the members, and let me follow the proper formalities. Maybe one or two points what you all have said and stress, I will try to tweak it. Like I am also very much wanting that maximum employment should go to Goans. How we can little bit add it there and forcefully get it without sounding offensive, I will try to do it. That's why I will try to still get it to the House on the last day of the session. This is as far as the industry is concerned. The other specifics, I will go one by one to the point. This is a general thing what I want to say, what our MLAs have said. Coming to the panchayats, as far as the panchayats are concerned, right now nobody will look at what is done because they are only looking at the reservation. So much of debate was there. As said by Honorable Michael Lobo, that at least when you were there previously, when you did it, there were no complaints, it was done well. But I still remember, so much heat was generated when I did it, this was not right, that was not right. Members vociferously that time from the other side demanded, give it to State Election Commission. I don't want to blame the State Election Commission. We gave it to them. Everyone knows what is the reality. I think I should not talk much more on this reservation. Matter is already in the court as far as the OBC reservation is concerned. I know for political sake, for political scoring brownie points, you all will raise it, everybody will try to raise it. That is not my intention. Intention of this government is very clear. आमकां सगळे लोक इन्क्लूड केल्ले जाय. ST आसून दी, SC आसून दी, OBC आसून दी. हेजे आदी आमी रिजर्वेशन केल्ले. एकेपे आमी कितें मागलेले कोर्टा कडेन, फकत आमकां आनी 2 म्हयने दी म्हूण. आनी कोर्टा दिसले आमी इलेक्शनूच करपा नासल्या भाशेन. हांव नको ती तेंची समज आसली. आय डोंट वॉन्ट टू क्रिटिसाइज देम ऑल्सो. It is their wisdom we accept. We have to accept what the court says. We were asking only for 2 more months to do a proper OBC reservation. I want to clear our government on this. It is not that we did not want OBC reservation or any reservation. We were going. Madhya Pradesh went to the Supreme Court, त्यांचे decision आयले. Maharashtra went to the Supreme Court, त्यांचे decision आयले. तेच टायमार नाल्यार आमी हेजे आदी आमी OBC reservation नासले, ST नासले, SC नासले, व्यवस्थित आमी करू ना. ट्रिपल टेस्ट फॉलो करपा जाय. It was mandated, it has to come from the OBC corporation. So we had to give it to them. We only asked for 3 months. But now what has happened? Hurrying through it, and State Election Commission, the best they could do, they have done. We cannot blame them also, because in the shortest possible time it had to be done. Again, it is there in the domain of the court, because some people felt OBC reservation was not done, perhaps rightly so. But when there is paucity of time, when things are forced down, what can happen? आणि महाराष्ट्र आणि मध्य प्रदेश जे जजमेंट सुप्रीम कोर्टान येयले ते कितें आयले? 3 वर्सां, 2 वर्सां, थोडे कडेन 4 वर्सां. इलेक्शनूच जावना आमचे गोंयांत तशें जालां. आमी 4 वर्सां पंचायतीचे इलेक्शन करनासतना दवरला. आमी फक्त 3 म्हयने मागिल्ले. आनी 3 म्हयने मागिल्ले. इट समटायम्स हेल्प्स. आनी म्हाका एक सांगा, आमी MLA आसा. सदां सरकार आसतनाच इलेक्शनां जाला. प्रेसिडेंट्स रूल आसतना आमी कोणूच नासतना इलेक्शन जावना, जाला न्हू. सो इट इज लायक दॅट, लायक प्रेसिडेंट्स रूल वेन देर इज नो असेंब्ली. सो देर वूड हॅव बीन नो पंचायत बॉडी फॉर लिटल टायम. इट इज अ कॉन्स्टिट्युशनल थिंग म्हणल्यार तशें म्हणल्यार जायना. तशेंच म्हणल्यार अल्टिमेटली इन लायफ, इन गव्हर्नन्स, एवरीथींग इज अ बॅलन्स. Continuous process, of course it is in the government, but at the same time we have to take a very balanced approach. But we have to face the brunt of bearing the brunt, saying that no, we did not want OBC. आणि तुम्ही म्हणटाले आता कोर्टान आसा, आमी तेजेर चड चर्चा कित्याक करया? हेजेर आमी चर्चा करया नाका. As far as panchayats are concerned, biggest problem that we face today is the garbage management. आमी garbage सारकी मॅनेज करपा जाय. आमी जे उलयता गोवा शूड बी क्लीन अँड ग्रीन, याद करता ह्या हावजा हांव मंत्री जालो तेन्ना वर्सा फकत 1 लाख मेळटालो गार्बेज मॅनेज करपाक. इन एंड अरावंड द एअरपोर्ट बर्ड हीट बीन जाता म्हूण 1200 सगळे पंचायत आहा तांकां आमी 9 लाख रुपया दिवपाक केले. बाजार जाता, गार्बेज चड जनरेट जाता, फेस्तां जाता, 7 लाख दिवपाक. आनी खंयच्याय पंचायती मिनिमम 5 लाख दिवपाक केले. आज हांव सांगता हे सोबे माजार हे सुद्दां एमावंट लेस आहा. हे आमी एमावंट इन्क्रीज करतले फुडारा. हे हांव हांगा तुमचे ऑगस्ट हावजान तुमकां सांगपाक सोदतां, कित्याक पंचायती कडेन नाजाल्यार पयशे ना. अंडर SBM स्वच्छ भारत अभियान आमी जायते गार्बेज मॅनेज करपाक इक्विपमेंट दिला. आमी MRF शेड घालून दिला सेग्रिगेशन ऑफ गार्बेज करपाक. पूण हांव जेन्ना जायते कडेन इनॉग्रेशनाक गेलो, जे हे मॅनेज करता सेंट्रल ऑफिशल्सांकूय हांवें सांगलें, एक कॉन्फरन्स आमची जाली, तुमी आमकां इक्विपमेंट दिता, जाय तो पयसो दिता, स्टाफ कोण दितलो? पंचायतीचे स्टाफ तेच कामां दवरल्यार ते लोकां अटेंड करतले, सदां करतले ते काम करतले, काय तुमचे MRF चोयतले, काय गार्बेज मॅनेजमेंट चोयतले? नॅचरली यू हॅव टू गिव देम सेपरेट स्टाफ. सो इन दीस स्कीम ओनली प्लीज इन्क्लूड टू गिव मोर मनी टू द पंचायत्स. वी हॅव टू स्ट्रेंथन द पंचायत. They are local self-governments. You have to give them all the help. Let them manage their thing properly. So हे आमी करपाक केला. हे आमी करना अशें ना, आमी करतले. हे हांवें मागणी केल्ली आसा. जशें आमकां 15th फायनान्स कमिशना आमकां हायस्ट 32 crore मेळटाले ते 75 crore मेळ्ळा, तशें हे हांव जोगडून करून घेतलो. मीन्स स्टाफ, एडिशनल स्टाफ टू मॅनेज ओन्ली द गार्बेज, MRF शेड, segregation at source, transporting it by the e-rickshaws to the particular where the garbage plant is there. All this I will get it done, and I want to get it done. So we have definitely got a roadmap onto what we are doing. Ani मुद्दम सांगता टेक्निकल सेल करतगोच कितले प्रमाणान फास्ट कामां जातात ते तुमकां अनुभव येयला आसतलो. पयले कितें जातालें, टेक्निकल क्लियरन्स घेवपाक एक ल्हान कितें गटर बांदतलो, बारीक काम करतलो विलेजीन, जाल्यार PWD फायल धाडची पडटाली. 6 म्हयने उत्ताले. हांव जाणा कितले सरपंच त्रास घेताले ते म्हाका सांगताले ते. आनी 6 म्हयन्यांनी एकदां फायलूय ना जाताली. आज व्हडले व्हडले प्रोजेक्ट सुद्दां सादारणपणे आमच्यो पंचायत्यो करपाक लागल्या. इन हाऊस क्लियरन्स, टेक्निकल सेल क्लियरन्स दिता. आनी आमचे पंचायत घर उणेच उणें 28 कितें हांवें स्वता इनॉग्रेट केला ड्युरींग माय लास्ट टेन्युअर एंड नाव. आनी 25 आर वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस. इतले न्यू पंचायत घर म्हण नाका, पंचायत हॉल म्हण नाका, मार्केट म्हण नाका. दीन दयाल इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेव्हलपमेंट स्किमेचे खालार 2 करोड आसले ते हांवें 3 करोड केला बांदपाक. अंडर दीस स्कीम वी आर बिल्डिंग. म्हाका तें अशें करपा जाय, आनीक हायर ऑफिसर SC हाडून बसोवन लिमीट पास करपा इन्क्रीज करून इन हाऊस म्हणजे सरपंच आनी पंचायत आनी आमचे डायरेक्टरेटूच हें हँडल करतले. नाजाल्यार GSIDC वयता, कॉस्ट वाडटा, नाजाल्यार GTDC म्हूण आमी दिताले, हें वचपा जायना. आमकां कॅपेसिटी आहा. लेट माय पंचायत डिपार्टमेंट हँडल इट. हें हांव मुद्दम सांगपाक सोदतां हे सभे माझा की आमी हे प्रोजेक्ट सुद्दां एट लेस्ट हाफ द कॉस्ट बरे प्रोजेक्ट हे प्रकल्प जे येवपा जाय पंचायत सगळे एरियांनी येतले. आतां तुमकां थोडे बारीक बारीक स्पेसिफीक प्रॉब्लेम आसा सोडोवपाचें काम जरूर आमी करतले. आतां आय एम गोईंग टू द स्पेसिफिक्स ऑफ वॉट यू हॅव रेस्ड. दुसरें म्हाका याद जाता तशें कॉमन कार्डर हेच सरकारान म्हणजे प्रिवियस सरकारान हांव आसलो हांवेंच केल्ले कॉमन कार्डर म्हूण केल्ले. खूंय कंप्लेन्यो आयल्यो. तो क्लार्क आहा तो सरपंचाकाय व्हडलो म्हूण समजता. कोणूय सरपंच जावं कोणूय डेप्युटी जावं तो सगळ्यांक केअर करना, कचरो करता. रोखडे आमी ट्रान्सफर मारला. तुमकां मान्य आमदारान देखून असल्यो केसीस खंयचे पंचायतीन अशें जाता. 1-2 आमदार 3 आमदारान तेजेर उलयला. आमचे नदरे हाडा, इमिडिएटली आमी ट्रान्सफर करता. फर्स्ट दे वर नॉट ट्रान्सफरेबल. कॉमन कार्डर आमी ऑलरेडी केला तेंचे. Now they are transferable. We will take a strict disciplinary action. Why should it not be done? Why should they dictate terms to the elected sarpanches? Why should they dictate term to the elected MLAs? Even I had brought a change last time as a matter of right. पहिले सरपंच क्वेश्चन करपा शकताले तुम्ही आमदार हुंचे ग्रामसभे वचून बसल्यार. I have changed that. You can go and sit there as a matter of right in the Gram Sabha because that area maybe of that particular sarpanch, that area also is you. You have 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 panchayats. Why should you not go and be part of the Gram Sabha proceedings wherever you want? So this is what change I introduced last time. So make use of it. Be a part of what decisions are taken for the good of Goa. You are not going there to distract something. You are going for a constructive purpose. Let that be the motto. So who can object? So हे तुम्ही लक्षात दवरपा जाय. हे चेंजीस हाडपाचे आमी हाडलेले आसा. बदल करपाचो बऱ्या खातीर आमी केलेलो आसा. ओन्ली इम्प्लिमेंट जावपा जाय. आनी इम्प्लिमेंट जाल्यारूच बऱ्यो वस्तू आहा त्यो गोंय बरें जातलें. आनी हेच कामा खातीर आमी म्हाका दिसता आमी सगळे जाण आसा. आतां दुसरें पंचायत हेजेर उलयतना I'll go into the specifics, I think, what all MLAs have raised. So in between what I have forgotten also I'll remember. I think Honorable Jennifer got her reply, Ola Uber. She said it's a failed business model. I have said it is not my endeavor only to get Ola Uber. I want the best. I will involve you also. You also can join when I initiate the discussion. Honorable Vijay Sardesai, Digambar and others also can join. It is nothing that I want to hide and do something. What is in the best interest of those taxi fellows, best interest of those stakeholders, as well as in the best interest of Goa. They having vested interest being taxi fellows, they may not have the best interest other than their own thing. You will have the interest. I have faith in that. We have been all elected for that. So you will also be joining in those discussions. Honorable Delilah Lobo spoke about shortage of buses, requirement for students. As I told you, on need basis, wherever required, we'll see as far as possible हुई दिवपा मेळटा ते. सगळे कडेन आमकां दिवपा आसा 200 कडेनसून आमकां रिक्वेस्ट येयला, but we will do it. Then there was also point raised by you, taxis were brought from outside for the event. आमकां सुद्दां सांगोना तेणी सांगपा म्हणल्यार direct the event organizers. Next time I have instructed my people, we will stop those cars. And I am telling from this August House to the event organizers in future, any event organizer, you will have to hire local taxis. You will have to take what is available locally. You cannot source directly from outside. And my department, I am directing them. You will be the first to stop it. This is the assurance I am giving in the House. We have to encourage local transportation, local taxis. This is not something what we had asked. Then you spoke about small scale unit help for sick units. I think we are doing whatever we can. I know this is a thing what is exercising my mind. I have been discussing with my officials. Rest assured that whatever that can be done will be done. In fact, sick unit हुंचे आहा ते हेजे पयलीं कितें आसलें, लँड दोकून ट्रान्सफर करपा मेळना आसलें. वो कोण एक दुसरें युनिट घालता जाल्यार परमिशन इतलें डिफिकल्ट करून दवरलें, सगळें सोंपेपण मेळ्ळलें आसा. म्हाका याद आसा फर्स्ट इन्व्हेस्टमेंट प्रमोशन बोर्ड हाली जाली तेन्ना हांवें सगळीं 100% प्रपोजल ना एकूच क्लियर करना, बाकी सगळीं क्लियर केली. एक ल्हान कारणां लागून पारार दवरली. अशें केल्यार इंडस्ट्री येवपाना, सिग्नल रायट वचपाना. आनी हें आमकां दिसता गोंय धाकटुलें, आमी कित्या लागून करता, कशें करता, बाय वर्ड ऑफ माउथ ओनली इट स्प्रेड. इट गिव्स सच अ पॉझिटिव्ह मेसेज. I know what feedback I am getting from all industries body. So that is the momentum what I have gained. I want to continue and get result. Then of course more funds for garbage management. This is what we are doing. Cattle pound, of course, I think who gives the funds, Gaushalas, animal husbandry korta. I think you will have to raise it with them. As far it will be a coordination between animal husbandry and panchayats for that matter. Now, Honorable Yuri Alema raised a very pertinent question on coal transportation. I want to mention to him that, in fact, I have the figures here, what was collected, the duty, and why it is not collected as well. I remember what the argument was after GST came into being, you cannot levy any cess. I said no. You are spoiling my environment. You are causing the pollution, carrying coal, bauxite and other hazardous material. I will tax you. Then finally, they have deposited around 200 crores, what we had served a demand on them. They have deposited in the court. We are fighting the matter in the court. It is not that the amounts have decreased. But one consequence is there for us. I want to inform this August House. They have gone somewhere else with some of the items, bauxite and other things. They are doing from other ports. So Murmunga port complained to me, they have lost business because Goa government was not favorable towards them. Sometimes you have to balance for growth, industry and everything. I don't want to say anything about coal. I had levied the cess that they are paying in the court. We are fighting in the court. But I want to say one thing, because ours is a collective responsibility. However much you may shout, coal, 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 it is not that we want to darken Goa with coal. It is nobody's intention. Nobody in his right mind will ever see that coal comes and destroys tourism forever. Tourism is our mainstay. Natural beauty is our mainstay. Protecting greenery is our mainstay of the place called Goa. You mean to say we are here being decided on the ruling side to destroy with coal? What lopsided thinking. Linear projects, what you all talk about, I am just saying because it affects industry as well. Tomorrow, yes, we'll say totally no to coal, but the same double tracking can be used for other things. Containers, you know from your Kunkolim, how many containers move from there? They want connectivity with Murmunga port. We can utilize our port better. You have to convince people, okay, don't want coal. We have said very clearly, government has made a categorical statement, has told MPT, tell your people, whoever big they are, that we will not go beyond a certain cap. We are not allowing beyond some 30 million metric tons. We will never allow it. In fact, we want it to be totally reduced. So, 7.5, okay, 7.5. Okay. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. I do not know because I don't deal with that. So what I'm saying is, this government is committed to keep that cap. And best amcher kitya munaro. But at the same time, we want good industry to build. If something goes through containers, if those containers can be transported right from Murmunga port, what is happening now from Kukolim, what is bad in that? Please think good about that. What is the Supreme Empowered Committee said? I need power for my industry. If you delay things, what we have seen in Goa, आमी जेन्ना ऑब्जेक्शन करता हुंयचोय प्रोजेक्ट डिले जाता लास्ट येताच अटल सेटू डिले केलो दॅट्स कितें अबाउट 100 crores वी लॉस्ट लास्ट येवपा येयले मरे अटल सेटू नाका म्हणटाले ते आज कितले लोक प्रवास करता तेजेर तीन ब्रिज आमकां पुरो जायना सो इट इज समथींग लायक दॅट वाय डिले एटलीस्ट यू आर न्यू पीपल बी पॉझिटिव्ह इन युअर मायंड नेगेटीव करपा सोंपें 2 दीस ताड्यो मारता कोण वा म्हणटा फाल्यां तुमकां इचातले एंड ऑफ द डे एंड ऑफ युअर टर्म कितें केलां गोंयचे पासत कांय करूं ना एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट जावना इंडस्ट्री एकूय येयना आमचेरूच आरोप न्हू तुमचेरूय येतलो सो बी पॉझिटिव्ह आमी रॉंग करता आमकां क्रिटिसायज करा यू हॅव एवरी रायट वी वील एक्सेप्ट इट विथ ऑल द ह्युमिलिटी एंड विथ द विश टू चेंज आवर सेल्फ सो लेट इट बी समथींग लायक दॅट सगळे नेगेटीव केल्यार आमी खूंय पावपाना दॅट इज वॉट इज माय हंबल अपील टू यू सो एज फार एज then, of course, bus stop renovation to be done by PWD. I think here toilets are going to be done by us immediately. KTC, I have told them, roofing will be done by PWD about your bus stand. But I'll put it on the fast track, that particular bus stand. It is in real shambles. No, we'll do that. We'll do that. I'm directing them from right here, and I will be seized of it from tomorrow. Taxi business also you raised, as I said, nothing will happen without having a dialogue with them. Kunkolim Industrial Estate, yes, one day I will visit it with you. Let's have a look how polluting or what can be done, because I can't have pollution to the extent what you have been saying, that if it is really happening, it is something very bad. Then of course giving more power to Zilas, Gram Sabha, streamlining, all this we will be doing. And another thing what also was brought here to my notice, once deputy director or additional director passes an order, again what they do, when it goes back, it has to go for implementation. Otherwise, what is the sense in waiting for months or a year or years in getting an order? Again they pass a resolution, panchayat, and they send it to the district court or somewhere else. It should be immediately implemented. Otherwise, there is no sense in having this process. Everything will get delayed like this. There has to be, that is also a semi-judicial process, no? So, here आमी लक्षांत दवरपा जाय तोय हिंगा सांगला तशें amendment हाडटा. Now, as far as Zilla Parishads are concerned, it is a very easy thing to say, तांकां चड पावर दी, तांकां चड पावर दिल्या तुमी मान्य आमदार आसा, मान्य आमदारां कडेन कितें उरतलें, दिया सगळें सांगा म्हाका. अशें तांकले आमदार मेळटा, दुसरे सायडीक तांकले आनी कोण मंत्री मेळटा वो मिनिस्टर मेळटा, गव्हर्मेंट मेळटा, कितें करपाचें सांग, सगळे पावर दिता. तुमकां पावर कांय नाका तशें सांगा. बट आय वॉन्ट टू गीव देम सम पावर, म्हणजे कितें एटलिस्ट ओपन स्पेस पळय आमचें आसा, आमी तें डेवलपमेंट आख्खे गोंयान ओपन स्पेस दवरता, बिल्डर दवरता, एटलिस्ट दॅट वी शूड गीव देम. दॅट इज अ ह्यूज टास्क. हांवें कितें पळयलां खूंय वयता थिंगा बेश्टी झाडां जालां, कचरो उडयता, गार्बेज थिंगा, एटलिस्ट क्लीन जावन बरें गार्डन. यू हॅव टू स्पेंड फंड्स, वील हॅव टू गीव देम additional funds, we'll give for that. At least that one thing we'll give them. And they have done very good job, by the way, Zillas. Even though it is wheels within wheels, which I will always say, it was not required. Ami त्यांना exemption given amun येयले ते. And now that they are a reality, we have to encourage them, give them some work. So development of these open spaces is one of the things what I have thought. And without stamping your toe, what else can be done? You all tell me. We will do it for them. Beste power di munnaka. Then Honorable Carlos Ferreira, transparency of election of funds, there should be a formula, reclassification of wards. One thing I assure you, as far as wards are concerned, even the election commission, I want to formulate certain criteria, and as Honorable Reginald was saying, like 137, Next time it will be 2, 6, 8. There should be some common thing which nobody can alter. I will be doing similar such thing. So in future, such problems don't happen. Then of course, about taxis I have said, and of course, you spoke about photo miles and all. You know very well it was how it came and who brought it and why it happened. Then the Elton Agonda to Vasco bus going to GSL. This was a private bus going, to my knowledge. But still I will consider, because there are many people, I think, coming to Goa shipyard from that side. Then, about house numbers as far as Panchayat is concerned, Muddam Sangpa Sotta in this August house, I had this government, means in the previous time I was there, we had given house numbers. You know how many houses have been registered? There was a complaint that some here are still not 25,000 houses. As penalty and tax, little that we collected 1.2 crores. It came in the kitty of all the panchayats. आणि एका नंबर आता तरी आमकां खबर आहा अरे लोकांनी 25,000 इल्लीगल बांदली म्हूण नाल्यार पयलो आंकडोय नासलो खुंयचें घर कशें तेंय खबर नासली हें पयलें काम आमी केल्लें आसा पूण म्हाजो राय हेजेर वॉट इज माय ओपिनियन आय विल टेल यू माय ओपिनियन इज एज ऑफ टुडे वॉट एवर इज द यू कॅनॉट डेमॉलिश शुड नॉट डेमॉलिश वी आर अ country with scarce resources. We have not reached the top level of development. Like in Dubai, I have seen, when they want something to come, they demolish building in one go. Kada, sogli gara, building only udeli. Ashe inga zaina. So we can't. Till as of date, what is there should remain. But we should have such strict laws simultaneously, not a single more illegal house should come up. Otherwise, entire Goa will become illegal. आज तुम्ही मान्य आमदार आहात. तुमचे कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सीन जसे माझे कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सी कोणाचे कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सी इल्लिगल लोक बांधणं त्यांचे स्वता बाट जाऊन दी पूण एक नियम म्हूण आसता न्हू परमिशन घेयले प्लॅन सारको आसपा जाय कांयच्या काय कितेंय बांदले म्हणजे गोंय आख्खें इल्लिगल करपाचें पूण आमी आतां पुरान जालां तें आमी मोडपाक शकना म्हणून आमी लिगल केलां आनी करपा जाय आमगे गोंयकार ते कोण म्हणटा आमी भायल्यांक सपोर्ट केला म्हूण केला कितले गोंयकार आहा तितून पळय ते लिस्टान मुद्दम ते आंकडो काडून ताका लागून Then Barse Panchayat, handicapped working, okay, he is not there. 7th Pay Commission, Alex Sikera, Honorable Alex Sikera is gone.
I am seated in front of you.
Okay, I am looking for you there, so I am sorry. You said that that common facility, we are already thinking about it, that of that fire problem which fire department is troubling all the industry, having a common thing. We are very carefully looking at it. I think we'll get it done through IDC. I hope the IDC chairman will listen to this. Then the logistical hub, that particular thing of 2,000 square meters, I think in our policy itself you will come to know by day after. Logistics is going to be given a big thrust and it needs to be given. With MOPA coming up, as I said, I call it an engine of growth. We need to really rethink in terms of broad policy matters, where we are taking Goa, what needs to be done for Goa, how Goans can become prosperous and get a new era of inclusive growth and development. That is the mantra of going to be of the industrial policy. And as far as your logistic is concerned, you will come to know thereafter. You will get copies of that. Then Honorable Divya Rane, jobs for local, first preference. That's everybody's wish, including my wish as well. But practically sometimes it's not possible. As I said, I worked out different incentives. So people feel incentivized to give jobs for local. That is the policy. So that maximum local people get jobs. I know, as you have also complained, poor bus services, that's everywhere. Keri Panchayat, building work order not issued. I'll see what is the problem. I think you and Vishwajit have done enough in those areas. I should also look at other places. More KTC buses in rural areas. Premendra Shet, Karta Baba kite jata title. Then Honorable Ullas Tuenkar, increase in honorarium to ZP because you are a ZP. And you have reached this August house, better management of garbage, transfer of panchayat staff, sang kona transfer karpa jay, आमी करया कितें ऑलरेडी आसा फटाफट जातले ते म्हणजे हें आमी आनी न्यू पॉलिसी हाडपाक गरज ना पॉलिसी इज इन प्लेस जोशुआ improvement in public transportation system yes definitely this is exercising the mind of this government we can always if you have better suggestions please give I'll be more inclined to listen then of course your Mapsa bus stand needs to be taken to the PPP model there is no other way out you want it done soon let it be a vivid example for others to see how good a thing can become if you have somebody please get I don't have anybody somebody who will really do the job well and give something for the state as well. It should not be just sell out. I know you will not do it, but please get if there is a good proposal in that sense. Sankalp, Honorable Sankalp Amonkar, dependent on MPT data. I myself have had 2 meetings in MPT. They are still unwilling to share proper data and allow us to get inside as the transport department. I have warned them that you be kings inside your MPT. I will stop all your trucks and entire, but now nothing much happens also for me to do that. The day I do that, then you allow me inside. I said we have to have a common facility monitored electronically. Moment what comes in the port, what is transported, what are the goods transported, I also need to know. They had agreed at one point of time, but at that point of time when they had agreed, soon came the pandemic. And now the chairman also had changed, but I will make fresh efforts so that we also get inside as the state government from the transport department, monitoring what is transported, as you rightly say, how much is transported, and then we get our cess and other levies that we are supposed to get. Then revenue loss on coal transport that I have already answered. Fuel subsidy, as I said, I already paid. Then Honorable Viresh Borkar, hand holding for small people, panchayats not empowered. कोण तुका सांगता 73rd amendment प्रमाणे आमी वचना म्हूण panchayats are fully empowered. In fact, we give them full powers. We have not restrained any panchayat. We don't interfere in the day-to-day working. आनी पावर दिवपा जाय तूं हांवें सांगलां तशें तूं म्हणटा सगळे पंचायती दी आमदाराची कितें आहा तें दिवपा जाल्यार सांग म्हाका हांव तांकां आहा तेच पावर आहा आज पंचायती तुका मुद्दम सांगता इतलो पावर आहा हांव जाणा थोडे कडेन म्हाका सगळे म्हाज्या नदऱ्या गेले 20 वर्सां 30 वर्सां हांव सर्टिफिकेट दिता गव्हर्मेंटान सुद्दां चॅलेंज करपा जायना आनी ते मनशां बांदपा दिता एक ल्हान हुंपी आसली ती व्हडलो बंगलो जाता कितले कडेन केल्ले आहा तुज्याय कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सीन जाल्ले हांव तुका दाखयता खंय जालां तें रिकॉर्ड चॅक कर घरां कितली लिगल आहा कितली इल्लिगल बांदला तेंय चॅक कर आमचेच गोंयकार आमचेच भाव भयण्यो आमी कितें तांकां ना म्हणटले हें सदांच चल्ललें आसा सो वी कॅनॉट बिकॉज वी आर कम टू पावर दे हॅव इलेक्टेड यू एंड मी वी कॅनॉट बुलडोज देम बट थोडी शिस्त आसपा जाय थोडी मर्यादा दवरपा जाय ते डेफिनेटली आमी दवरता ते तूं काळजी करनाका देन ऑनरेबल Daji Salkar, bus stand Vasco. I know it is as dear to me as much as to you because I am from that area. And you said taxi drivers to be taken into confidence while getting aggregators. I think I have been very clear on that. Then Honorable Rudolph also raised about facilities for handicapped. I think it's already happening in our electrical EV buses. Already आमकडे आमगे वयल्यान तितली सुवात वेस्ट जाता पूण आमी तांकां मुद्दम दवरलो आसा बिकॉज इट नीड्स टू बी डन हय लोकल बसीस I will examine it हय I will examine it in fact this bus stops with toilets
wherever required
I think like, this should be done in fact I had a good mind yeah. I would seek the support of the house and all of you कोणा तरी एक टेंडर आपोवन कितें करपा जाय बस स्टॉप आहा ते सगळे आमचे ताब्यान ट्रान्सपोर्ट डिपार्टमेंट घेवपाचे एज मेक इट सेल्फ सस्टेनिंग ताका इल्लें कियोस्क गाडो कसो घालता घालपा दिवपाचें टॉयलेटूय आहा शॉपूय आहा आनी बस स्टँडूय आसा अशें प्रपोजल जावपा जाय दॅट इज एक्सरसायजींग माय मायंड आय विल सी वेर टू फिट इट वेदर टू डू इट थ्रू कदंबा because it should be revenue generating. Government should not lose revenue. So I am certainly, I have this at the back of my mind, म्हाका ते implement केल्ले जाय. And upgradation of Panjim bus stand, this has to happen, it will happen, so you don't have to worry. Honorable Cruz Silva, Gram Sabha should be regular, I know, we will see that they are regular. Corruption by village panchayat secretaries, you have named certain panchayats, I will see, look into the complaint very seriously. Huh? That you give to me separately, कित्याक हिंगा तुका एकटे assurance केल्यार सगळे 40 हांव खंयच्यो बसो दितलो. 40 कोडेन आनी दिवचे पडटले. Diwsa, then plots in Sanjudaya area should be less than 600 square meter for local people. Is that what you said? होय रे पण 300 स्क्वेअर मिटरांचे आम्ही हे ना. Okay, I will see. I don't know how best it can be done. I will examine that. Okay. Because that is too less area I feel. But anyway, if they are going to do something meaningful, then गोंयकारां हुई business करपा जागो ना. हिंगा दिल्या ते आपले पोट भरतले, हांव दिवपा रेडी आहा. Okay, I will examine that. Rajesh Faldesai, Unmode road to be operational. Unmode road open जावपा म्हण हांवूय झगडटा. हांव कर्नाटका चीफ मिनिस्टरा देखून मेळ्ळा. तो म्हाका 2 दिसान करता म्हणटा प्रत्येक पाटी. हांव मुद्दम सांगता. पर्सनली पयर हांव मेळ्ळा बिकॉज GOM तो चेअरमॅन आशिल्लो. एवरी टायम हांव फायट. अरे फ्रॉम टुमोरो नेक्स्ट टुडे 2 दिन से कर रहा है म्हणून अजून जालें ना. आय विल फॉलो इट अप अगेन.
सर ऑलमोस्ट 300 म्हणजे 300 किलोमीटर पर्यंत तांकां डिस्टन्स लॉंग पडटा.
जाणा रे खूब त्रास पडटा टू ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन ऑफ गुड्स आनी हें तें. हांव स्वता फॉलो अप करता. आतां तुवें सांगला म्हूण फाल्यां मुद्दम ताका हांव परत एक फोन लावन सांगता.
थँक्यू.
Okay. Then Karmali taxi people not getting any trips. I think this entire thing we all will sit together in the interest of Goa. My fervent appeal to all the members, contribute positively to these taxi issues. No, transportation issues solve करूया. मागीर I was not on the same page. मागीर हिंगा येवन दुसरें उलोवपाचें हें नाका. आमी सगळे let us all apply our minds. We all have the interest of Goa at heart. Let us have one of the best transportation in the best chosen destination by people all over the world. हें आमी लक्षांत दवरपा जाय. गोंयकार म्हळ्यार आमकां पातयता, गोंयकार म्हळ्यार बरें म्हणटा. हें आमी नांव सांबाळून दवरपा जाय. So let's all be together in that. Kollim industrial estate, many industries closed. Rajesh, employment for local Dubai, Diwar no bus. Okay, this I will see what best can be done.
Thank you.
Honorable Digambar Kamath, PPP नाका म्हणटा, पूण कशें करपाचें मारगांव? I will still examine. ना म्हाका केल्ले जाय. पळय, माडगांव इज द कमर्शियल कॅपिटल ऑफ गोवा. कितलें म्हत्वाचें आख्खे गोंयचे खातीर, सावथा खातीर, तुका म्हाका सगळ्या हावजान खबर आहा. थिंगा बरें बस स्टँड नाका. इवन PPP करया. हांव तरी सगळें अटकून दवरतलो जाल्यार जावपा ना. पयशे खंयचे येतले? पयशे ना. If somebody good is there, I am telling you also get him on the table. Let us see that it happens. Let's the best bus stand and best facilities come for the people of South Goa who pass through Margaon. SEZ paid interest of 9%. This has really hurt me. We have wasted, I want to say, 400 crores, 450 crores. 150 कोटी आमी इंटरेस्टाचे फारी केला. 250 कोटी आमी तांकां फारी केला. आनी तुवें सांगलां तशें आमीच अफिडावीट दिला. सारकें तें. हें कितें? अशें आमी कारोबार चलयल्या स्टेट खूंय पावपा ना. कोणें केलां हें तें तुमकां खबर आहा. हांव उलयना. आनी कोण जाल्यार आनी उसपाचो. म्हाका कितें दुसरें वायट केलां हांव दुसरें वायट करपी न्हू. हांव ओग्गी आहा. पूण हें सगळे गोंयकार जाणा कोणें केलें आनी कितें जालां तें. Utility test used for giving for rent, Verna Industrial Estate. This I think I will tell my chairman to look into this matter. Plots given to employees. हितून हांवें कितें सांगलां? एकदां दिले तेंचे कडेन ते आसले, एकदां इश्यू काबार कर म्हण. Otherwise it is going on with opinions, twice opinion given by learned AG and all. तांकां दिवपाचें दिवन सोड म्हण. So settle it once for all. Understood न्ही? Ultimately they are the employees of the
plots were given, including to the managing director, IS officer. They have filed cases, he's in trust, he's suspended, he's in trouble. माझे legally पळय.
Legally पळयता. Legally पळयलां तें. 2, 3, 4दा एक्झामीन केला. My predecessors have done it. दिवपाक केल्लें. मागीर हांव आडायलें म्हणटा हांव आडायता म्हूण. No, they are not getting it free. In any case, they are paying for it. Scrapyard to be located in industrial estate. I will see एक कोणशा खंय तरी लँड तसो मेळटा जाल्यार कित्याक आमी काडटा म्हणटा वर्सांनी काडीच ना सो हें जाता जाल्यार आमी करपाचें. Honorarium to be increased. Yes, I am also, my mind is exercising, whether it is Zilla members, whether it is Sarpanch, Deputy Sarpanch, but they should get much more higher honorarium than what they are getting. Honorable Anthony was Kadamba bus service from Kortali, cleaning the drains म्हणला तेणे. अरे बाबा हे तूं सरपंच आसलो हें पंचायती कडेन करून घे मरे. सरकार ड्रेन क्लीन करपाक येवपा ना न्हू. तुगे पंचायती सांग हें काम कर म्हणून. तांकां कितले फंड्स दिता रे आमी बुश कटींग क्लिनींग द ड्रेन तेणी जावन करपा जाय नाल्यार जिल्ला कोण मेंबर आहा ताका सांग फंड्स आहा.
PWD करपाचें म्हणून रोड.
अरे ना आमी क्लिनींग द ड्रेन्स वी डोंट डू. हांव उलयतां सेक्रेटरी कडेन. पावर फॉर जिल्ला पंचायत स्टाफ टू बी ट्रान्सफर्ड हांवें सांगलां ऑलरेडी. आय आन्सर्ड दीस. Honorable Vijay Sardesai, loss of revenue, Comscope, Andrews that had sold, Magi, Meta Strip illegally transferred. Anyway, I'll see these cases to be fast track. ते पळयता हांव कितें तें. ओके. Venzi Vigas.
सर हांव वदळ गेल्लो मंत्र्याक सांगून गेल्लो एक फंक्शनाक वता मुद्दाम मडगांव वचून पडता आयलो. ताणें म्हणून एक कॉमेंट मारलोच आनी ते बसीचेर कॉमेंट मारलो की विजयान आसूंक जाय आसलें. तो ट्रान्सपोर्ट तुजो हें इलेक्ट्रीक तूं म्हणटा कितले जाता म्हणून 69 रुपीज म्हणून तुवें म्हणलें. आय वॉज लिसनींग टू यू लायव्ह. आय हॅव गॉट PIB, Press Information Bureau.
I also got.
No, listen. You said you will place on the table of the House. I will also place on the table of the House. Your figures here show 78 rupees 87 paisa, which is the 4th highest in the country. These are figures given by the government of Goa, not my figures. Comparative figures are also here. I am also willing to come on record. Figures are आज जर हांव येना आसलो तो म्हणजे टॉन्ट मारपाचो. ताका बरे फेतान सांगून पसून. पण आतां since you are placing, I will also place. Let us see what is the truth. Or it means you are manufacturing figures. कोणाक तरी somebody is being taken for a ride. I am following your figures. This is not manufactured by me. These are figures which are sarkin printed from the Press
I will
Information
place
Bureau.
this on the table
So I
of
will
the
also
House.
place this.
You know very well it was not during my time.
No, whatever,
Still,
but
I
you
will-
all, you made
But
a
as I
comment.
said, governance is a
Ulaitan
continuous
Ulaitan
process.
Vatani,
I will place it on the table of the House.
I will
body.
also place.
And you also place.
Yeah, I will also place.
And I will give you more information if you want.
Yes, but don't say that we are just coming. I am coming here prepared.
स्पीकर सर म्हाका दिसता मिनिस्टर आतां 10:30 जाली.
ना जाले ते म्हणून ते इतले सांगून पसून कॉमेंट मारप नासता दुसऱ्यांचेर. कॉमेंट मारतकर हांव
मारून
मुद्दाम
आले.
घेवन आयलें.
अरे बाबा,
हांव मुद्दाम वाचून आयलो. अरे म्हळ्यार तुमी सांगूंक सोदतात की आमी उलयले ते ओगीच टायमपास उलयता. स्पीकर
स्पीकर
सर
सर,
कशे तर म्हजे डिमांड आहले.
म्हाका
हांवें
दिसता-
100 डिमांड घाल्ले आहा. हांव जाणा ताजेर सगळे ताजे तो हें न्ही म्हणून. पूण कॉमेंट करनाका अशें. We are talking on figures produced by the government of Goa through a website of the government of Goa, not our figures. म्हणून फकाणां करून नाका तशी की ओगी जालें कोलाचेर म्हणटा तूं कोल सेस कितलो आहा कलेक्शन डेटा.
सर हांवें फकाणां करूं ना तो बेश्टो आरोप करता. दिस इज नॉट फेर. तुजी फकाणां हांव कित्याक करतलो. स्पीकर सर वेन्झी विएगस GI टॅग फॉर कॅज्यू फिनी. हांव मुद्दम तुका सांगपाक सोदतां कॅज्यू फिनी एकटो तो म्हणजे तो गोंयचो न्हू. तो गोंयांत तेगेले एक फार्म आहा 7,000 कॅज्यू ट्रीज आहा. मुद्दम तुका सांगता तो पळय काजू काडटा. ही फिल्टर्स थ्रू चारकोल ते काजू काडटा. ते पयलीं आमी सदां म्हाका लोक कितें सांगताले वास तूं काडल्या हो बेस्ट सोरो म्हूण स्कॉच देखून लागना. आज तो सम $200 तो अमेरिके विकता ऑलरेडी. ही इज ट्रायंग टू गेट दीस GI टॅग देर. म्हणजे असले ऑलरेडी आमचे गोंयचे न्हू ते मनीस ट्राय करता.
तुका हांव धाडटा. हांव काडटा पळय. आय एम द ओनली गाय हू हॅज मॅच्युअर्ड कॅज्यू इन द वर्ल्ड. नोबडी. तूं खंयचो अमेरिका पळयता तुका एक धाडून
अरे
दिता.
अमेरिका तेजे लॉन्च आहा तो विकता.
that is cashew wine. That the GI he has already got. That is not the thing. I am talking about matured फेणी. काबराल सांगता का काबराल जाणटे.
तुगे सगळे कारेगाद न्ही रे ते. ते बिला सोमते फ्लॅट जावपाचे.
Matured is not Karagar. Matured is more sober. Tourism minister will give a talk on it tomorrow.
Okay, then G. Tarolkar app to be developed. They already I dila. तूं आश्वे आनी मोर्जी कितें इलिगल स्ट्रक्चर आसा स्विमींग पूल ऑन द बीच मोर्जे बरें जाता तरी आय विल लूक इन टू दॅट बट एक सांगता एक्शन घे म्हणटा एक्शन घेतकूच आमचेच लोक येता मागीर आतां कॉमन कार्डर केल्लें हांवें एक 10-12 केल्ले ट्रान्सफर एवरीबडी नोज एवरीबडी इन गोवा आमचेच सगळे आमदार येता ना ना कोन्नाका ताका कोण तरी घट धरता आज तुमी एक्शन घे म्हणटा कितले कडेन एक्शन घेयल्यार तुमीच येता मागीर कोन्नाका म्हूण तूं येना जाल्यार तुका कोण वेवस्थीत तुमकां येवन मेळटा आमकांय तेच जाता हांव म्हणना हांव डिफरंट म्हूण मागीर एक्शन घेवपाक मेळना बिकॉज गोवा एवरीबडी नोज एवरीबडी विरेशाचो कोण फ्रेंड सोदून काडपाक डिफिकल्ट न्हू मागीर विरेशाक घट धरतले
सोदता 73rd अमेंडमेंटाचे एक्ट सांगले ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर एक सिनियर आसा तो घुस्पयता टोटल तेणें बोलतेच सांगता रेग्युलरायझेशनाचें सांगता 73rd अमेंडमेंटाचें हांवें विचारलां ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर बोलतेच उलयता
73rd
आनी तितून एम्पावर केलें म्हणटा जी पंचायत आसा ती एम्पावर्ड केलें म्हणटा आमी हांगा पिशे न्हू आमी बेश्टे दिवन हांगा बसना सो जे 73rd अमेंडमेंट केला काय ना हें सांगचें नाल्यार टेबल करचें आनी 29 सब्जेक्ट्स आसा तितून जे बेनिफिट्स मेळटा पंचायतीक हांवूय जाणा हांवेंनूय पळयलां आनी ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टराचो पयलू स्टेटमेंट आसा हेज्या पयलूय स्टेटमेंट आसा तोय स्टेटमेंट पळयला हांवें एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर जावं आमचो इलेक्ट्रीक पावर सप्लाय सेक्टर सगळ्या हितून तितून बेनिफिट्स आसा पंचायतीक जेन्ना मिनिस्टर म्हणटा तेन्ना मिनिस्टरान पयलू पळोवचें आनी मागीर आन्सर दिवचो नाका आसलेले रेग्युलायझेशनाचें उलोवप आनी कसलें उलोवप हें स्टेटमेंट दिवचो
सर तुम्ही हाऊस कितल्यांक सोंपतले पळय ही जी वेळ ठरयात पयलीं आनी त्यानुसार उरलेलो टायम जावं पयलीं वो डिवायड टुनी मिनिस्टरांक करून दिया तर तुमी कितें 12ंक सोंपयतले एक कितें तरी सांगा परत फाल्यां सकाळीं येवपाक जाय कितें तरी तुमी एक ठरोवचें पडटलें की बाबा आपूण 11ंकूच सोंपयतलो
माननीय मंत्री तुम्ही फक्त रिप्लाय दिया माननीय मंत्री
ऑलमोस्ट ओवर
माननीय मंत्री तुम्ही फक्त रिप्लाय दिया
बस नाव आय एम ऑन माय फीट मातशें बस आय एम ऑन माय फीट मातशें बस रे
आन्सर दिवचें न्हू
मंत्री महोदय
मागता की
तुम्ही 1.5 वर जालें उलयता
आन्सर दिवचें न्हू आमकांय खबर आसा आमी तेजेर स्टडी करून येयल्ले आसा आमी बेश्टे येवन
अरे,
हांगा बसोंक
मातशें बस रे.
कोण आन्सर दिवपाक
स्पीकर सर
73rd
मंत्री
अमेंडमेंट
फक्त रिप्लाय दिया
सर,
इम्प्लिमेंट
डिस्कशन
केला काय
करू
ना
नका
स्पीकर सर 73rd अमेंडमेंट पळय तो म्हणटा तेजेर चर्चा करपाक गेल्यार 3 वरां जाय पडटा तेजे कितलेशे सब्जेक्ट आहा
म्हाका
आनी
फक्त जाय implement केला काय
एक
ना
मिनिट
तो.
अरे आय एम ऑन माय फीट प्लीज सिट डावन आय एम जस्ट टेलिंग वन थिंग
तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन
जे
अमेंडमेंट आसा तो
सब्जेक्ट
करपाक
आहा
जाय
अरे तूच उलयतलो उलय मरे आनी
फक्त म्हाका आन्सर दी
उलय मरे
तू आतां म्हाका पॉइंट
आता
आन्सर दी
73rd अमेंडमेंटान म्हाकाय खबर आहा केन्ना हाडलें तें कोणे हाडलें तें ताका केन्ना येयला तें सगळें खबर आहा कितें कितें सब्जेक्ट घायल्ले ते आनी ते व्यवस्थीत घातलेले आसा मॅक्सिमम सब्जेक्ट आमी कवर केल्ले आसा तेणें म्हाका सांगपाक गरज ना कितें बरें सूचना आहा म्हाका दी हांव इन्क्लूड करता स्ट्रेस दिवपा जाय तो हांव तेजें सजेशन भायर उडोवना आनी हांव तें कन्फ्यूज करपा इलिगल ओ लिगल तें हाडूना बेश्टे कांयचे काय उलयनाका
ना काळजी
तूं न्यू आसा ऐक तूं न्यू आसा मातशें तुजें एन्थुजियाझम आय एप्रिशिएट
म्हाका सिंपल एक आन्सर जाय अमेंडमेंट केला काय ना 73rd अमेंडमेंट केला काय ना
विरेश बाब तांकां आन्सर करू दी आनी यू हॅव टू एड्रेस टू द चेअर डोंट डिस्कस बिटवीन अमंग युअर सेल्फ
बिकॉज सर ऑनरेबल केदार नायक नो प्रॉपर पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्ट तेजेर हांवें दिसता रिप्लाय दिला ऑक्ट्रॉयाचो एक सब्जेक्ट आहा पयले तांकां ऑक्ट्रॉय म्हणल्यार पंचायती आमी ते कलेक्ट करना म्हूण आमी थोडे पयशे दिताले हांवें मान्य मुखेलमंत्र्याकूय सांगला एटलिस्ट तांकां वन टायम कितें तरी दी म्हूण सगळे पंचायतीन बिकॉज दे हॅव बीन डिनायड दॅट एमावंट दे डिजर्व टू गेट दॅट एमावंट आं येस सेम थिंग फॉर म्युनिसिपालिटी वी हॅव टू गीव देम दॅट इज देर ड्यू वी कॅनॉट कीप देर मनी सो फायनान्स डिपार्टमेंट हॅज टू गीव देम समथींग हें दिना जाल्यार इट इज लायक इनजस्टीस फ्रॉम वेर दे वील गेट द मनी हांव जाणा आमकडे पयशे ना पूण हें तेंचें
स्पीकर सर तांकां सगळी ग्रँट जी आहा पळय न्ही GI फंड आसतलो ग्रँट इन एड आसतलो सॅलरी खातीर आसतलो हे सगळे पयशे आमीच दिता त्या खातीर जे ऑक्ट्राय जरी बंद जालो जाल्यार वेगळ्या पद्दतीचे पयशे स्पीकर सर तांच्या कडेन 14 फायनान्साचे पयशे थोड्या जाणांनी मोडूंक ना फाटल्या दिसांनी थोड्या जाणांनी पयशे तुमी दिल्ले ते मोडूंक ना आपले सिल्वर गोल्डन जुबलीचे मोडूंक ना आतां परत तांकां सिल्वर जुबलीचे दिल्या पयशे तेंच्या कडेन तेय बी पयशे तेंच्यांनी मोडपाक जाय तो एफडी केला म्हणून
ऑक्ट्रॉयचो पॉयंट पळय हा
तुम्ही म्हणटा ते बरोबर आसा बट ऑक्ट्राय जरी आमी दिवंक ना जालो न्ही तांकां बाकीचे जे पयशे दिवपाक जाय पळय न्ही ग्रँट इन एड दिवपाक जाय ती दिता GI फंड दिवपाक जाय तो दिता तांकां बाकीचे पयशे दिता
पयलीं तुमी तांकां आतां
आनी
म्युन्सिपालिटी
दुसरी गोश्ट स्पीकर सर परत सांगता हांव ते रस्ते आनी गटारां करपा खातीर न्ही जे वेगळे स्पेशल ग्रँट म्हणून आनी परत घेता आनी परत ते PWDकूच दिता लेटर सगळे आमदार वो रस्तो कर आनी तो रस्तो कर पंचायतींतलो लायटी कर म्हणून परत आमच्याच कडेन येता गार्बेजीकूय वेगळे पयशे दिवपाक लागले आतां मागीर आनी कितें उरलें ते वेगळे आनी ऑक्ट्राय मेळोंक ना म्हणून वेगळे सांगपाची गरज ना वी आर मेकिंग द प्रोविजन
कितें जातालें पयलीं तुमी DA
तो फक्त एक कन्सेप्ट बसला
ना ना तुमी DA ऑक्ट्रॉय सोडून दी तुमी DA ग्रांट दितालो 80% DA आसतालो 20% सॅलरी आसताली आज DA म्हणटा तो गेलो आज तुगेले 85% सॅलरी जाल्या DA नॉमिनल जाला जर सॅलरीचे ग्रांट्स पळया ते ह्यूज जाता
स्पीकर सर हार्डली फक्त एक 20% पंचायतींनी हो प्रॉब्लेम आसा थंयसर कांयच रिव्हेन्यू येयना थंयसर प्रॉब्लेम आसा अदरवायज रेस्ट ऑल पंचायती सामक्यो बेस्ट फायनान्शियल पोजिशन आहा तेंचे मॅनेजमेंटूच करपाक जाय तेंच्यांनी
Speaker sir, Kedar Naik, no proper public transport, segregation of garbage ते तुका आन्सर मेळ्ळा एक बरो पॉयंट तुवें काडलो मुद्दो आनी बाकीच्यांनी काडला सेक्रेटरीज इन द पंचायत दे हँडल अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क लेवल 5 तेंचे आसा म्हणजे दे आर जस्ट लायक LDC इट शूड बी एटलीस्ट लेवल 7 अंडरस्टूड न्ही ते आय एम मुवींग द फायल आय ऑलरेडी टोल्ड माय डायरेक्टर टू मूव द फायल दे डिजर्व अपग्रेडेशन हे हांव करतलो ऑनरेबल प्रवीण आर्लेकर पेरने फेसीस लॉट ऑफ बिकॉज ऑफ बसीस सेम प्रॉब्लेम आमी पळया एलेक्स रेजनल लॉरेन्सो कुडतोरी बस प्रॉब्लेम टॅक्सी ड्रायव्हर कॉल देम फॉर दीस नेगोशिएशन Michael Lobo, condition of bus stand in very bad. Okay, so I think I finished with this. I would request, with all the reply given, that whatever cut motions that you have moved, that you withdraw the cut motion. Thank you. Huh?
Missed to address my points because I think he interrupted in between and मागीर कांयच उलोवप जावना केजू फिनीचे कॉमेंट्स केले मागीर काबार गेले.
Okay, 1 minute. I'll just see.
There are few requests which I would want Honorable Minister to give an assurance.
GI तुझे झाले toddy tapper to be protected. I think this you have to go through agriculture department, not that is not my job. Kolwa Panchayat secretary to be transferred. हे घेतला. I will do that. Don't worry. Okay.
Relaxation for permits.
Yeah, relaxation.
Very important.
Yeah, that see these are individual cases. I cannot give assurance about this. You approach me, I will do it. कोणाचे ते कितें सांगता. Okay. I think I have covered most of the point. I think I have covered everybody. तुवें कितें उरला? हां?
49,000 ते मातशे वयर करचे म्हणून.
कितें?
रिपेर रेनोवेशन लायसन्स दिता न्ही BDO. Limit is only 49,000, Honorable Minister. So if that can be raised little.
Okay, that will increase. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker sir.
I will now put the cut motions to. Second. Minister, please.
उदकाची गरज आसा असं वाटपाचें स्वाती महाशय हांव जांचो उबो राविल्लो आसा तो डिमांड नंबर 7471 हांकां तेंको दिवपाक आनी कट मोशन जी आमचे दोस्तांनी मांडिल्ले आसात विरोधी बाका वयल्यान ती कट मोशन्स तांणी फाटीं घेवची ही विनंती करपाक उबो राविल्लो आसा स्वाती महाशय खंयचोय प्रांत किंवा खंयचेंय राज्य जें आसा हें समृद्ध जातलें जर जायत तुमी आमी सगळे मानतात की ह्युमन रिसोर्स जें आसा पळय न्ही ते खूब म्हत्वाचें आसा कारण अपेक्षा अशी आसता की प्रत्येक कुटुंबांतलो प्रत्येक व्यक्ती चलो आसूं की चली आसूं शिकचें अशें म्हणून बरें शिकप ताणें घेवचें अशें म्हणून किंवा त्याच पद्दतीन सवाद महाशय हांव आनी म्हजे डिपार्टमेंट विचार करता की प्रत्येक कुटुंब गोंयच्या ह्या प्रत्येक कुटुंबांतल्या प्रत्येक व्यक्तीक उदकाची गरज ही नितांत आसता आनी म्हणूनच ही भावना लक्षांत घेवन WRD डिपार्टमेंट फाटले काही वर्सां काम करीत आयिल्लें आसा आनी ह्या भावनेन जेन्ना आमी काम करतात जल हे जीवन अशें म्हणून तेन्ना आमचे कडेन फाटल्या इतल्या वर्सां जी बांदावळ करून आयली अशा प्रकारची 6 धरणां
सुंदर अशी धरणां हे गोंयांत निर्माण जाल्ली आसात आनी तिळारी धरण जें आसा पळय न्ही तें महाराष्ट्राच्या सहकार्यान उबी केल्लें आसा. स्वाती महाशय, ह्या धरणाची बाळगण करप, तातूंत भितर उदक सांबाळून घेवप आनी हें उदक जें आसा पळय न्ही बरे मॅनेजमेंट पद्दतीन आमचे गोंयचे 1991 जे गांव आसात सगळे गांवांनी पावप, सगळे शहरांनी पावप हे प्रामुख्यान वॉटर सप्लाय डिपार्टमेंट करीत आयिल्लें आसा. आनी म्हणूनच ते मागीर तिळारीचो डॅम आसूय, बाब युरीन म्हटलें की केन्ना कंप्लीट जातलो काय अशें म्हणून. तिळारी धरण जें आसा पळय न्ही हें निर्माण करता आसतना जे मदीं मदीं अडचणी आयल्यो ह्यो सगळ्यो पयस करता करता ताजेर 1,465 कोटी रुपया खर्च जाले. आनी म्हाका बाब युरीक सांगन दिसता आनी हावसाच्या म्हायती खातीर की 2022च्या डिसेंबर पर्यंत सालावली धरण हे जवळ जवळ 96% पूर्ण जाता. आनी सेंट्रल वॉटर मिशन जें आसा, कमिशन जें आसा ते येवन तांचे वांगडी जे आसात ते येवन हांगसर एनालायसीस करतले आनी म्हाका दिसता डिसेंबर पर्यंत हें सालावली धरण जें आसा आपलें तिळारी धरण जें आसा पळय न्ही हें पूर्ण जालें अशें डिक्लेअर करतले. आमचें सालावली धरण जे 71 सुरू केल्लें आनी 2007 पूर्ण केलें. कॅनलाच्या माध्यमांतल्यान ही लायफ लायन जावन आसा फॉर एंटायर सावथ गोवा. आनी तशेंच मागीर नॉर्थाक तिळारी धरण आनी अंजुने धरण जें आसा आनी आमठाणे धरण हे 2-3 धरणाच्या माध्यमांतल्यान एंटायर लायफ लायन जी आसा पळय न्ही ती नॉर्थाची जाल्ली जावन आसा. स्वाती महाशय, म्हाका सांगपाक अभिमान दिसता की गेल्या त्या एप्रील मे म्हयन्याक सुद्दां हे सगळे जलाशयांतल्यान म्हणजे हे सगळे धरणांतल्यान उदकाची पुरवण चड आशिल्ली. मे म्हयनो जरी आलो तरी आसतना उदकाची पुरवण कमी जाली ना. आमी अभिमानान सांगूंक शकले, समाधानान सांगूंक शकले की येस ज्या जाग्यार उदक जाय थंय आमी दिवंक शकतले अशें म्हणून रॉ वॉटर. ते मागीर इवन इरिगेशना आसूंये किंवा पिवपा खातीर सुद्दां आसूंये. स्वाती महाशय, 6 धरणां गोंयांत 340 सुमार बंधारे जे टेम्पररी असतात एक करून ते मागीर ब्रेक करतात उदकाची पुरवण जावची अशें म्हणून. आनी 2 बॅरेजीस, एक खांडेपारा आनी दुसरी जी आसा गांजे गांवांत बांदिल्ली आसा. म्हजो हावेस असो आसा की आज जे आमी जवळ जवळ 850 MLD उदक जे काडटात तातूंत भितर आनी एक 100 ते 200 MLD उदक आनी वाडपाक जाय मुखाल्ले ह्या वर्सा भितर, जेणे करून म्हजे भाव हांगसर जे आसात आमचे मानादीक आमदार आमचे पेडणेचे आनी मांद्रेचे बाब श्री जीत आनीक प्रवीण हांकां दोगांक सांगन दिसता म्हाका की बाय नोव्हेंबर डिसेंबर म्हटल्यार तुमकां आनी तुमची जी अडचण जी आसा किंवा मागणी जी आसा आनी 10 MLD जाय अशें म्हणून ही मेळटली तुमकां उदक. कारण बेलापार जो आमी जॅकवॉल किंवा तुगेले पंपींग हावस बांदतात, पंपींग स्टेशन बांदतात ते आमी नोव्हेंबराक कमिशन करतात. आनी कलना नदींतल्यान उदक जें आसा आनी सापोरा नदींतल्यान उदक जें आसा पळय तें उदक ते दोनी मतदारसंघाक म्हणजेच पूर्ण पेडणे तालुक्याक आमी दिवपाचो प्रयत्न करता आनी दितले अशी खात्री हांव दितां. स्वाती महाशय, हे फक्त पेडणेचेच न्ही, इवन हांगसर गिरी आसा, पर्वरी आसा, हांगा सुद्दां रॉ वॉटर जे जाय PWD डिपार्टमेंटाक हे आमी मोठ्या प्रमाणात दिवंक शकतले अशी म्हाका खात्री आसा. आनी म्हणूनच ह्या उदका संबंदी उलयता आसतना उदका संबंदी गोंय हें स्वयंपूर्ण जायत वता. आनी म्हणून मागीर हर घर जल जें आसा पळय न्ही हें आमचे PWD मिनिस्टर आनी माननीय मुख्यमंत्री हांणी येवजण जी आसा पळय न्ही ती गोंयांत 100% करपी भारत देशांतलें पयलें राज्य हें आमी घोशीत करूंक शकले. हर घर जल. स्वाती महाशय, इतकेंच न्हय, फायनान्शियल मॅनेजमेंट जे आसा ह्या संबंधी डिटेल अभ्यास करून माननीय मुख्यमंत्र्यान आनी एक मुखाल्ली